Starting.
by the bay. We started a story whose end must now wait. And tell me, when will
I think we're live on
I see?
YouTube.
When will I see?
Watch live now, YouTube.
Will this
you're live on
long
Facebook.
story end?
Brad's dancing.
When will I see
Wait
you
a second.
again?
Wait
I
a
don't
second.
know. Uh-oh. Grady says things were up and now they're crashing. Sounds like a little
Hold
ball
on. I
bashing.
don't hear you.
You don't hear me on Facebook, or you don't
I
hear
don't
me
hear you
on
YouTube.
on
Yeah.
YouTube. I'm talking YouTube.
Oh wait, someone
Yeah.
said Brad's singing.
Yeah.
But
I
is
hear
that on
it.
YouTube or is that on Facebook?
YouTube, I hear him.
YouTubers, guess what? We have new sound for you, so probably it's not going to work tonight.
Thank the God. Thank Lord. I was having a problem on my end. Sorry.
Okay, so YouTube can hear me loud and clear, hopefully, because we've got upgraded sound system for you guys especially. Less echo, less reverberation, all sorts of good stuff going on there. Hopefully you'll hear Anna with her super soft voice while she's telling us all sorts of great things that I have to repeat, and you don't want to hear me repeat all that stuff, so that'll be good. Anna, that face is not the face we want right as we're starting these things. I'm getting in trouble already. Holy cow. Oh my gosh, well, we're already at 5 o'clock. I don't know if we're ready yet. I'm going to go
We're
ahead and
not.
keep yapping for a couple more
You keep
seconds
talking.
because we're not ready. We are not ready, and I apologize about that.
Do you hear him on Facebook? I
But
kinda
you
hear
know
him
what's
on
really
Facebook.
cool
There we
is
go.
that we have bottling going on this week.
Wow, you look good on
We
Facebook.
have thanks. That's what they call it, Facebook.
Stevens thought you were actually in pain, not singing.
I might be in pain, Stephen. Thank you very much for your concern. Certainly appreciate
I
that.
can hear Facebook fine.
All
Yay,
right,
thanks,
okay.
Danny.
Well, Facebook's been good for a while, so that's great. And we for sure can hear people on YouTube, right?
Yep.
Or they can hear
Yep,
me,
Danny
which is
just
actually
checked.
more important. All right,
All right, so Anna, I've got
so many great things going on today. All right, if your life is crazy, we get it. We know why you're tuning in, just to kind of take an hour out of your life to relax and try to have a little fun. So we're gonna today's episode of Happy Hour is going to be fantastic. So is everything working, Grady?
Everything's working, homie.
All right, that sounds good. All right, if everything's working,
If everything's working, we need some
get
wine.
that out of there.
You got it. Thank you.
All right, everything's working, but Grady for the last 6 years, hello, what? Just kidding. Hello, my friends. My name is Brad Beard. That's Danny Fox. This is Grady Beard. I am the owner and winemaker for Mercury Wine. Welcome to Happy Hour with Brad, where we taste a little wine. We have some wine pairings. We try to have a little fun. Just a little bit. And today, I think it's even more important to try to have a little fun, because if you don't know, it's not making national news right now, but Sonoma County is on fire again, and it is as bad as ever. The reason why I'm doing this, even though we are surrounded by fire, first of all, Geyserville itself at this moment is absolutely safe, and the Mercury Wine family is safe, so we have that. But the reason why I'm doing this is a lot of you say that you enjoy this thing that we do as a nice distraction to get away from what the heck is going on in your life, whether your Zoom meeting for your schools didn't go right, or your Zoom meeting with your office didn't go right, or whatever else the heck is happening out there. But it's a nice distraction for Grady and I as well, because for the last 3 or 4 days we've been battling wild. We haven't been battling wildfires. We've been watching all these
You've
great
been battling
fire.
it by
There's
moving
been
wine and
great
making sure everything's
firefighters
safe.
and all sorts of great people from all over our country, and even Australians are coming in to help us. But
Thank you.
we needed a little distraction as well. And even though we are safe right here in Geyserville, we have some fantastic friends and family in places that we love to enjoy and visit in Guerneville, in Forestville, in Jenner. They are under serious attack right now by these ridiculous wildfires, and our hearts go out to them, our prayers go out to them. We've been through this so many times now. But we understand what they're going through, and we know that it is tough on them. But because this is the distraction, I don't want to focus on that. We have got so many. Even with all that going on, we have so many great things that are happening. Tonight we're going to be talking about bottling. We are bottling wine. We're bottling things that you want, I want. We all
I've been
want.
desperate for years.
Desperate for things we haven't had in a long time, and you want a little more of that. That's coming up. And Anna's idea was, who cares about the sophisticated wine pairings when you're stressed out? What do you want? Are you really going to go and make some duck confit or a 4-day
maybe.
chicken in a pot French recipe? No, you're going to be going for comfort foods, and probably not even mom and dad's old comfort foods, but what makes you happy?
Junk food.
Chips and salsa. Fried this, fried that. We're going to fry all sorts of crazy
We're
stuff up.
frying
And
stuff
we didn't
like
even
cray
make
cray.
it. I didn't make the taquitos. We bought store-bought taquitos.
Thank
we
you,
are
Trader
frying
Joe's.
those things
Who cares?
up as we
I
speak.
don't have time to make a little smoky
So,
these days.
yeah, we got Trader Joe's, Costco, all sorts of great
You got
things
the whole stuff going
on in here. So Grady called it a junk food extravaganza. Anna called it comfort food. When I think of comfort food, I think of what Mom was making, and that was never junk food because Judy Beard would never,
She
ever.
never served us junk. Not once.
A lot of-
Well, okay, she let us have a ding dong every so often in our lunchbox, but that was rare.
Is that what happened to me? Kind of weird.
Possibly.
All sorts, but here's the deal. Even with all the crazy going on, I have got so many great things to talk to you about today. Bottling. We have futures that are going to be bottled. We've got something that's going to be bottled that's going to blow your mind because
Blow
I
your
know
mind,
a
kids.
lot of you guys love
won't
a
be
particular
expecting this
wine.
at
You
all.
are not going to be expecting this. You're going to say Brad has gone off the rails, and it said,
Off the
hey.
rails.
Hey, guess what? If it's like Dante's Inferno out there and we've got a vid trying to attack us and we've got a heat wave, I should go off the rails just like Mother Nature.
Just
So-
like 2020.
Yeah.
Just be wild. Just make all this crazy stuff.
And here's the deal. I did it because it was the right thing to do. It's awesome.
Timing. It's always timing, Brad.
It is.
Your timing is always impeccable, especially with wine. So we have unbelievable things. But we'll get into that in a minute. We'll tell them all. Let's build some anticipation and let people get on. But you're going to go cray-cray, kids.
Hey, I just saw Dino himself from Diablo
Oh my God.
Pizzeria,
He must-
who's right next
Holy
door.
smokes.
Oh my God. He just loaded 20. He was carrying like
Maybe-
a
no,
stack of
he had 20.
pizzas out there,
The other kid
and
had
all
20.
of his people had 20. I'm like,
You know what? And he's putting it in a Ferrari Corrado van. How nice
you
is
know
that?
what they're doing?
What are they
Where's
doing?
Fried Toronto?
In Dry Creek.
And who needs pizza in Dry Creek?
Everybody.
No. All the firefighters. So
Firefighters?
I guarantee you,
Yep.
because Dino always is supporting the firefighters. I guarantee
Constantly.
you. Sonoma, they're in Sonoma County.
Yep.
Shirts. Okay, Dino's feeding the firefighters right now. Thank you very much, Dino,
For
over
just
at Diablo
rocking
Pizzeria.
it.
I guarantee
Thank you,
you,
sir.
he's getting all those pizzas out there to
Yeah.
our firefighters that are kicking ass
They are
and taking
they are
names out
kicking
there.
ass out
They are
there.
doing such a good job, and holy macaroni, way to go, Dino! But man, all I did is when you see 30 Diablo
Right. When you
pizzas
see
going
that many
by,
pizzas go
you're like,
by,
how come I wasn't
is
invited?
serious.
And the reason why I wasn't invited because I'm not a good firefighter. So there's
Actually,
it.
you're a fantastic. You have all the sprinklers set up. You've got all the things. You're doing as much protection
Actually,
as you
where's
can
that
do.
picture? Is that picture in here?
Which
Where's
one?
my firefighting picture?
Oh, it's at the house.
Oh.
Yeah.
I fought a fire once.
Brad fought a fire. Saved Jeanette's house. Saved his own house.
I saved
Pretty
Guy-
awesome.
I'm gonna go ahead and I saved Geyserville.
You did. No, because if that had gotten started,
I was the
it
first
bad.
one there. I'm gonna say I was the first one on scene.
Yeah.
I was right there. Okay, now it's 50 pizzas going out.
Good.
Way to go, Dino, dude.
God bless America. Thank you, Dino.
Kim Peterson is saying Dino donated those, I'm sure. for-
Okay, Kim Peterson
you,
just
Kim.
got. Thank you, Kim. Absolutely. I knew as soon as all
I
those
knew it.
pizzas
There
were
was
going
too
out,
many going
Dino was
out.
doing it. And just to let you guys know. All right. Okay. We got tragedy and crap happen here all the time. Fire, flood, fire. What the hell is going on? Dino, when Geyser was shut down and I couldn't even sneak in and
Yeah.
get my computers, he was here feeding all the firefighters. So this town. I keep
step up.
telling you,
Dominica does the same thing.
I love this town. Absolutely, the folks at Catellas are doing
Yep.
the exact same thing. We do what we need to do to take care of our community, and that's what makes me so happy for living in Geyserville. And maybe that has something to do with why, as we are surrounded by fire, Geyserville is still standing because Geyserville does whatever it takes to help their
Good people.
community, whether whether it's Sonoma County or
Yep.
whether it's the greater California area. Everybody here works hard to make sure that everybody else is okay. So, gosh darn it, way to go, Diavola. Next time you guys are in town, make sure you buy a whole bunch of Diavola pizzas because he's out there feeding firefighters, and it looks like he's going to feed 1,000 firefighters
It looks like
tonight.
it with all that pizza going out.
Gosh,
Wow.
dang it!
That's
That
amazing.
is just so cool.
You know, the problem in
And-
18 when we gave them all the wine didn't work out as good.
What happened?
We shouldn't give the firefighters wine while they're working. Afterwards, of course. But, you know,
I don't recall.
well, a couple
But,
of
well,
jokes.
if it happened, it worked out.
of
That's
jokes.
good. That's a good deal. I would say we have lots of firefighters that are our club members.
Oh, we
They
got
always come in
tons.
for lots of wine and
Yep,
all
they
that
do.
kind of good
But
stuff.
after they work, not while they're working.
Yes,
Ever.
of course, absolutely not. Not when it's crazy hot and all
No,
those
it's too hot.
things. So anyway, cheers to all of our good friends that are out there fighting the good fight, and we appreciate it. Our hearts and prayers are going out to all of our friends
Yes,
that
a
are
little
in
cheers to
that
our
are actually
firefighters.
in the line of literal fire as we speak, and
Here's the firefighters.
to all of our good friends that we know that live out there and have emailed us that let us know that you are out of the way. That's
And do it
fantastic.
safe. That's important.
Yes.
Yeah.
Cheers.
Cheers to them.
Oh my gosh.
Well, Holly Cruder has a great suggestion.
We have a suggestion.
Holly.
And hey, let us know if you can hear Anna clearly now.
That's important.
Holly Cruder suggests we give the firefighters some of those camping packs of wine.
That is a fantastic idea, Holly.
It is a great idea once
You
the
can take
fire
those
is
anywhere.
over.
And over the ridges.
They can just throw these on their pack,
They could.
haul them in. And
know.
actually, if they're taking a little break,
Why
have a
not?
little nip of the jug, and they would
make-
be fantastic.
It'd make me feel better, for sure.
Absolutely. Gosh darn it.
Great, great idea, Holly.
We'll promote
Next
that
time-
post-fire.
Well, next time
actually-
the tanker goes by, I'll take a couple out, I'll throw them on the back, and they'll be like fighting the fire, like, "Hey, wine! Who put that there?"
Yes.
I bet it
We've
was
got
Grady.
a 5-minute break and everything's going to be okay. Or if they need a little extra, just throw some wine on the fire. It'll be
Definitely.
fine. Holy mackerel. But seriously, so this is going to be a nice diversion for us as well as you guys. And so let's talk about all the great things that are happening.
Yeah.
Despite everything that's going on, the great things that are happening is that we are bottling all sorts of great wine on Monday and Tuesday. What's really cool
Crazy
about that is they are saying, the National Weather Service says that on Monday and Tuesday, we're going to have another electrical
Oh,
storm
another
come through.
Bottling
So-
truck, electricity.
What's neat is that I have this giant 25 kilowatt generator
Right.
that probably won't attract any of
That
that
would
lightning.
not attract
but
lightning.
if it does strike us, it's not hitting a tree. It's not going to start a fire. So,
So
it'll be
that's
okay.
excellent.
But we are bottling come hell or high water.
I'm not sure it's going to be water
I
this time.
probably
It'll
shouldn't
probably
throw
just
that
be
in the
hell.
universe. No.
Or even both, yeah.
I think the high water might be when we get struck by lightning. One of the planes
Right.
will fly over
Boom, and that'll be it.
and
They'll
put
just-
us out. But gosh dang it, we are bottling some fantastic
Boy,
wines.
Brad's got a lot of
We've
lots.
got
Lot of
so
lots.
many great wines that we're going to be bottling, and of course, they taste fantastic.
Well,
And
you've been
I'm
working
so,
all
so
this
excited.
week, getting them ready,
So excited. Yeah.
tasting everything.
So the bottling
mixing the barrels.
process is, well, I've got dyslexia, as most of you guys know. So as I'm counting cases and dividing gallons by how many cases I'm going to get, I have to quadruple check all of my math to make sure that we've ordered the right amount of bottles,
'Cause
the
I
right
can't do
amount of
math either.
capsules, the right amount of corks. So all of that's been going on. And then with all of that happening, you've got to get the wine out of the barrel, wake it up, say hello, and put it into a tank. And then once it's in the tank, you've got to filter it and make sure that everything is going on there. And then I have to go through all my barrels. And if I've got barrels that looking like they're at the end of their life, I've got to decide that these guys are going to go to the furniture maker or these guys are going to make it to the next time. So we've got to steam all those barrels. So it's been a whole lot of work, as all bottlings are. And it's always very scary pulling them out of the barrel where they're nice and safe and putting them in a tank. But I tasted through everything one last time this morning, and
Pretty
they
awesome.
are fantastic. Super excited about that. What are we going to bottle, Grady?
I know for sure, Crew Lot 10.
Yes.
Our first 3 blender blend. 3 guys put this one together.
Yep.
Pretty exciting.
Our good
Good luck,
friends
Tim.
from Palm Springs made the cut, and they put together an absolutely fantastic blend. Just another great blend.
I cannot wait to try it.
All sorts of wonderful wines in there. I know some of my reserve Cabernet is in there. We've got a little bit of Syrah. We've got all sorts of great things. A beautiful wine.
Yeah, and they use all 4
tasty,
wines. They have.
and all 4 went in there. That's coming up. We might have a Petite Verdot or the heavy metal.
Heavy
is
metal
gonna be
again, 18.
coming. Yep.
Yep. We've also got the Element. Always exciting. I love Brad's Mourvedre-based blend. But maybe the most exciting one, well, not the most, but definitely super exciting, the Skins is returning. Brad's Skin Contact Chardonnay, the 19 skins. Pretty amazing.
It's returning.
How's
Yes,
it taste?
correct. Tastes skinny. It tastes
Nice.
absolutely fantastic. For those of you that have had my Chardonnay fermented on the skins in the past, super apricots, maybe hints of apple and pear.
Nice.
This one has apricots, but it also has a big amount of pineapple. So it's apricots and
What?
pineapple. I know.
That sounds amazing.
It is.
I don't remember the other ones having any
They
pineapple.
didn't.
I'm
And
excited about
I
this.
don't care why they didn't. All I know is that they didn't, and this one does. Although I did care very much as this wine was being initially fermented and produced. I was like, "Where's my apricots? Where's my
Right,
apricots?" These wines always have apricots. What's amazing is that pineapple was the dominant flavor for the first 6-7 months
Wow.
of this wine. Pineapple while it was fermenting.
Mm-hmm.
I always like to tell people that when you walked into the winery, you usually smell red wine when you're fermenting. You could actually smell the apricots from the white wine was just dominating the
Wow.
winery.
Wow.
This year it was just dominating the winery with pineapples.
That's
And I was
exciting.
like, okay, what's Brad's philosophy about this? Mother Nature gives you what she gives you. As long as the wine is super tasty, that's fantastic. I was still craving my apricots, and
Right.
guess what? At about
They
6
showed up.
months, the apricots decided to come in, give a nice part, play a nice part to the game. And so now I've got this fantastic balance of apricots and pineapple. And it's really fantastic. Of course, I wouldn't have bottled it. I would have sold it off if I didn't. It is great. So very, very excited.
Do you think the yeast, did you use the same yeast that you normally use for your skin contact chard? Do you think that had anything to do with it, or was it just the year?
That's a good question. I did use the same yeast.
I figured.
We made it in a different location, and that location has a native yeast that's super aggressive. And so that yeast might have killed off the yeast that I intended to use.
Aha.
And that's why there's only hints of apricots in there.
Right.
But as everybody knows, I'm not a scientist, and so I was worried, but don't care because it's absolutely fantastic.
When it
But
comes out.
I'm gonna guess that the native yeast might have interfered and gave me some different flavors.
Interesting flavors.
That's a guess
Okay.
at that point, but I'm going to do an experiment next year where I'm going to have some wine in that location and another location, same grapes. This is what we got to do to figure
Yep.
out what's going on. So same grapes, I'm going to split them apart, make one over here, make one over here, and see if it was actually
And then
a
you'll
native
know
yeast.
if it was the native yeast.
Because at that winery, the native yeast just runs rampant and it's
Wow.
very intense and it is very aggressive. And I'm not a person that sulfurs my grapes to kill native yeast and then introduce my yeast. I am a big fan of letting the native yeasts that are on the grapes naturally do their thing. I'll introduce the yeast that I actually want to have happen and let them duke it out. So there's a lot of things that could have been going on
Well,
there.
next year it'll be very fascinating to find out.
No, and this is why I love winemaking. This is why I love wine. Is
Always something
every
new.
year there's something different, and you do your thing and you work with what you got. And if it's not good, you throw it out. And if it's great, let's go for it. And this one happens to be great, so we're going for it. So that one's very exciting.
Dark side.
The dark side, everybody knows.
New
it,
dark side.
Everybody loves it.
We're so out of the 16, and I'm desperate for a dark side.
We are back with Syrah, Petite Syrah, Cabernet Franc. We had our
Nice.
little diversion 2 years ago with our Pella Rousson. I'm working on getting some Pella Rousson this year. Oh my
Nice.
God! If you can hear the Magic Chef has got the.
He's frying up all of our
he's
comfort
got all
food.
for
Super
comfort
exciting.
food's frying up. Which, wait a minute, I
Comfort food.
thought we were going to start with some more comfort food.
Well, we
Is there
got some
something that
chips.
we should? I know we got these chips,
We got
but
these
we should
chips.
probably. Oh wait. Danny's gonna get it for me, but he's working the Fry Daddy.
Anna crushed it with this beautiful salsa pico de
This
gallo
is-
thing.
Pico de
This is
Gallo.
so
They didn't even.
good.
They don't care about what Anna made for
D
them.
down, D
All
down.
they want
do.
is the
We
fried
always care.
food.
Oh my God,
They
we
just
didn't
want
get
the
any
fried
props.
food. No props for Anna.
She made that out of her own hands, out of her own
And it was
veggies in her
122
garden.
degrees on her
Oh,
patio.
From my
my
poor
God.
garden, yeah.
I know.
Her courtyard.
You know,
is
I will
very-
have a bite, and Anna. Oh, it's so delicious. Good job,
Oh my
Anna.
God.
You're so
Yeah.
amazing.
Yeah, your guac is
Wow.
so.
Their guac is out of
You
control.
know, it's
This is some pretty
chunky and
serious guac.
smooth. At the same
They want to go
time.
straight for the fried food. Don't
Yeah,
don't
right.
let them lie to you.
Pass it all aside and get on with the fry.
Oh,
Pardon me?
it's that time. It's that time to start
It's time
getting
to start
some
eating.
fried food.
All
All right.
right.
So we have. I think this is a hot pocket.
That is a chicken
Love Hot Pockets.
chili popper.
Chicken chili popper.
Nice.
We've got a mozzarella stick.
Correct.
Love mozzarella sticks. They're the best things ever.
Mmm. Great all the way. And what is that? A little smoky in a blanket?
That's a pig in a blanket.
It's a puff and a puff and a puff and
beef-
a puff pastry.
Yeah, beef puff pastry.
Nice.
Pup and a beef.
It's
and
a pig in a
puff.
blanket. All
No,
these
it's
fancy
fancier.
folks.
It is
fancy.
fancier.
Oh, it's fancier.
Yes.
Okay.
Anyway, we fried them all up in the air fryer. It takes 5 minutes for everything. It was super easy.
Life is good.
They wanted just super easy comfort food, so Anna and I went shopping yesterday and we made it happen.
I love it. Something you
Wow.
can make with the generator.
They
You
went,
got
they
no power.
went shopping yesterday, and if you don't keep supporting Mercury Wine, we might not be able to stay open with all the fun things that they bought.
Kind of true. But that's anytime I go shopping.
But that's okay. We're used to it here. Holy moly!
Wow. Wow, that mozzarella
Mm,
stick is delightful.
The mozzarella stick was fantastic. One
Yeah,
of
it's
my
great.
favorite
Yeah, I've
classics.
seen
I
it.
think.
Oh.
I think our first time. Is it good? Well,
Really good
well,
with
don't
that
be
seasoning.
shy. Don't be shy.
Sorry.
Why don't you give up a little
Well, you were
Axina?
drinking all that delicious red.
I know, but if a mozzarella stick and Axina is the pairing of the century, I don't want to
There's
miss out on
something
it.
about the saltiness of
Yeah.
mozzarella that plays so beautifully with the bold fruit that comes out of the Axina.
And then is the ketchup mimicking the marinara?
Yeah, let's call
Okay,
it.
all right.
It's
This is
ketchup
no,
marinara.
this is marinara.
Throw some ketchup on that pico de gallo and it'll be like a marinara.
Yum.
She's probably not far off. Honest to God.
Hey. Those European countries.
I mean, actually, Stephen was busting my chops earlier. You know, on those people in the north in their cheese curds. You know, Stephen, how about some
Oh,
cheese
right.
curd action with some wine? What's your favorite wine, Stephen? Text in. Let us know what your favorite wine with cheese curds are. Which I think mozzarella sticks might be right behind cheese curd status.
You know, man, there's nothing wrong with a hot mozzarella stick. Ever. These chicken popper hootenannies,
Hadn't gotten there
they
yet.
got a little heat. They're really good. It's like Grady's dream show. There's not a vegetable for 100 miles.
If I have a
See,
carbo,
we figure we give Grady reprieve from the vegetables.
yes,
You know,
There's
I mean,
no veggies.
Grady,
That's
Grady
stocking
does
this
not
is all
have
for
any
Grady.
problem with this
Thank
type
you.
of stuff. If I go into a carb attack, please forgive me. I'm not quite sure if my body's going to handle this carb situation that we're in.
But if you pass out, we're here
but
for
I'm
you.
sure they can revive me. All right, so a little sweetness
Yep.
with that is what you were thinking with the mozzarella stick. Absolutely was
Absolutely
great.
balances it out
That's good.
so beautifully.
All right, and what kind of horrible thing is this?
This is a chicken cheese popper in a puff pastry. I like it, but I think I want a red with this one. I'm thinking I'm going to go with maybe the GSM.
All right, that's our Freddy Cuvée.
Freddy
For those
Cuvée.
of you that don't know Mercury Wine.
All two of you. Thanks for joining in.
Yep. It definitely needed.
It needs something to balance
I'm
out.
gonna say right now. Skip on this popper for wine pairing.
Oh,
This one needs beer.
what about some guac on there?
No, it needs a beer.
It probably does.
This one's not wine friendly, but that's okay
A
because.
nice hoppy IPA would crush it.
And here's the deal. when you're comforting yourself in fried deliciousness, drink what you need.
Ooh, you know what helps? The GSM
All right.
has those darker, richer characteristics,
Mm-hmm.
and it plays with that cheese really beautifully. It almost makes it like a camembert or something fun like that. What a nice surprise.
He's right. There is some freaky, complex flavors
It doesn't,
going on
it's
right
not
now.
what you expect.
All right. Seconds
It is
ago,
not what you expect.
I'm going to go back to buy this triangle of love and then open up your $69 bottle of Freddy Cuvée to go with your $1.50.
$75.
Whatever.
We raised the price.
Mm.
Mm.
All right,
See?
let's see.
It plays really nice with that cheese. Yum.
The guacamole made it better.
Sure.
It on its own is not good.
Right.
So, and it's guacamole, that and the GSM, a great pairing. The weird triangle of grossness is not the best pairing with it, but you throw a little
Guac on there.
If you give a little Anna Love on top with her guac, it is
Right
perfect.
there.
It's right here.
Yeah, that's crazy, wild and weird and
But
good.
that works. It really works. Wow.
Little Smokies in a blanket. I know they're called something else, but this
All
is
right.
that's what it is.
I'm
They
excited
were
for
trying
those.
to beef up the thing. A little barbecue sauce.
Nice. Mm.
It's a little smoky in a blanket.
Ooh, I wonder if Smoky would go good with the Zin.
Well, let's find out.
I've got a feeling those little Smokies in the Zin are going to be like crack nuggets.
Don't be shy.
Oh, sorry.
Mhm. There we go.
Yay.
Hopefully, we can find a crack nugget experience that we can all share together.
Just not enough crack up here.
Oh, speaking of crack and nuggets and crazy stuff, we have a couple of seconds. Go ahead.
Oh,
Is it okay?
sorry. I don't want to. Damn! Yes. The Smoky Nuggets.
All right, little smokies and
With
some
the
puff
Zinfandel?
pastry. That's good. Mm-hmm.
Unbelievable. So I'm thinking even your little Smokies in that jam sauce that we make for them would be phenomenal with the Zin. This is amazing pairing. I'm going to do this tonight when I get home.
Holy cow! All right, breaking news.
Brandy, we're having little Smokies.
Breaking news! Breaking news!
Breaking news.
Obviously, with everything going crazy, we cannot have a blending party this year because if it does ease up and everything's okay, we can't. You know, there's so many moving parts. But what we are going to do, for all of you guys that are badgering me, when are we going to do the blending party? When are we going to do the blending party? We are going to do a virtual blending party. Details to come. It's going to be as fantastic as being
We're
here.
going to make it fun.
It's not going to be just a Zoom meeting.
No.
We are going to
Those
be
are boring.
doing fantastic things for you. So we are working out all these major details right now. And we'll
Let
be
us
getting
get through
back to you.
bottling.
We're
Then-
gonna get through. We're gonna get through bottling Dante's Inferno.
Yep.
And once those two things are passed, we are going to be figuring out how we're going to actually do a virtual tasting, but not just stupid
Not
virtual.
like the virtual tasting
I
you've
mean,
ever seen.
yeah, no. This is going to be interactive, amazingly fantastic. It'll be exciting, and it'll be obviously awesome because you'll be tasting some of my barreled wine and doing blends. We are going to put an absolutely fantastic show together for you. So for all of you folks that were, asking us, hey, we got to make our reservations,
Right.
we got to have our flights,
We got to get our flights out.
we have so many friends from around the country that want to attend. I just don't see it happening this
It's too
year.
dangerous. There's
Unless,
too much going on.
if in 2 weeks the Santa Claus comes down with a vaccine and everybody's fine, and a week after that we could do it. That's obviously not happening. So
And no more lightning.
so we need to be focusing on what we can do, and what we can do is make a fantastic virtual tasting, and it's going to be super interactive, and we are on top of it because we are on top of all of our electronic stuff.
You know how good we are. I mean,
We
gosh,
really
today
know,
we
yeah.
started with no
So-
problems. There was even sound.
technically, all right. We did an excellent job. All right. Is this a time where I talk about some things that are really important? Oh wait,
Maybe.
yeah. Okay,
Maybe.
we'll do that in a minute and 30. Yes, ma'am.
I just have a little bit of, just a question for my own clarification. Are we limiting the number of people that can attend this blending party?
Virtually.
Yes, because we have, you know, the Wilsons and Gert R1 and Liz Osborne and Claire Sanford and John Huddick. They're all like, I'm in.
We're in.
So is this something we can expand to more club members because it's virtual?
That's a great question. And yes, we can expand it to more club members.
I think we can.
But our core fantastic people like that are on today that are showing interest, you're in. Here's the deal. You guys have already signed up. You're in. We're going to make
Right.
it happen for
If
you.
you
So
showed up
all of you
today-
guys, well, no, you're not showing up today.
No, if these people who are on the
virtually show up by saying you're in, we will make it happen for you guys. That is a great question. I haven't thought about exactly how many people I can accommodate for a virtual tasting. So, because we've just 2 days ago decided that we just can't, if we actually care about the planet and the world and our friends, we cannot bring in 100 people from around the country at this
Like
moment.
usual.
We just cannot do it. It's not right. So we've switched gears from trying to do actual and figuring out virtual. We have been talking about virtual for a little bit because we knew it was a possibility. I just expected that, gosh, dang it, by this time we would be ready to go. But there will absolutely be limited availability, but we will try to accommodate as many as people as we can. So there's the answer.
But I'm very confident.
And of
we're
course,
pretty
we are
snazzy that
absolutely
way.
limiting it to club members only. So if you're not a club member, I'm sorry,
Time to
you
join.
cannot attend this event because club members do not become winemakers via this event and have their names on the labels. That's just end of discussion there. So we will make it available to as many wine club members as possible. There's so many of our wine club members that couldn't make the travel out.
Right.
So this one might be the biggest and the best ever.
We may have the most people ever.
We might actually, and then we had we started breaking things up where we had gosh, it's a basketball tournament, you know. I'm
Like the Big Ten.
brackets. Thank you.
Final Four, all
Thank
that
you.
stuff.
And we had our brackets last year. Maybe we can do East versus West or something like that.
Which would be kind of
So
fun.
we can pull everybody together and have a good time. And then we're also talking about me in advance sitting down with 4, 5, 6 friends and then going through the whole tasting process with them individually. So it's not like there's 300 people
All
on a
at
big
once.
Zoom meeting where we're going to be talking to you individually and helping you create the best blend that is possible. So we've got a lot of things on our plate for that, and I just want to let you know because I get badgered every single week. Brad, when are we going to have this? Give me the date so I can be there.
Now you don't have to
We're
book a
going to
ticket.
do it virtual, but you still need the date.
Yeah.
The date's not been set because you obviously have to get your wine, taste your wine, blend your
Right,
wine.
yeah.
I've got to make sure that you have all of the accoutrement that goes along with it. So
Sure.
we're going to be working diligently as soon as the bottling is over on Tuesday. My next most important thing is harvesting
Figuring out how we
40
get the-
tons of grapes,
Oh, yeah,
turning
the
it into
harvest.
great wine,
Oh, yeah,
and
harvest.
producing a fantastic blending party for all of you. So not much going on. We're going to be able to handle it.
That's all right. It'll be more fun.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, I'm really excited because the challenge is exciting. To make it fun,
Mm-hmm.
to keep the fun of the blending party, we're going to make it fun. It's guaranteed.
It's not a challenge. It's done. We're gonna. It's obviously gonna. I don't
If
know.
Brad says it's done.
I don't
I
even
have
know.
to worry
Who
about it
I
anymore.
don't even know who you're talking about here. If we can't make this fun and exciting, then I don't even know what we're gonna be up to. No, seriously, it's gonna be tons
Well,
of
if
fun.
anybody can, we
Martin, don't forget, you are still. Here's the deal, Martin, who always comes up from Phoenix and helps us with the blends. Make sure that Grady's math adds up to 3 and 3 makes 64.
I've kind of warned him today.
But I was just thinking.
Kind of warned him. We're gonna need
we're
you,
gonna-
brother.
No, we need you desperately. We probably need you more than one day because
Yeah.
if we've got stuff coming, these blends coming in from around the
all
country,
over the
we're gonna
country.
need a lot of help. So
It's gonna get cray-cray.
we're gonna definitely have to have you out here to help us out. Holy smokes. That
And
is
Martin, you can
fantastic.
come out and visit us in the summer.
I know.
Be a good time to get you out.
That would be awesome. Where's our chairs? Where's our people that brings us chairs? Do I have to bring my own chair?
Oh my god.
Yeah, you gotta bring your own chair.
All right.
Welcome. Welcome.
Andy, you
To
could
the
have some more,
danger zone.
You had some more
We
FaceTime.
also have some more snacks.
Oh,
too.
come on, snacky boy.
Bring those snacks. Bring it.
All right. What kind of snacks are you bringing
All
out now?
right, some tempura shrimp.
What the hell?
And some
Is that
chicken
snails? Those
little
look like snails.
gyozas or chicken
Oh.
dumplings.
I love those things.
whatever they're called.
It looks like a escargot.
You're not so lucky. All right.
Because I thought this
They're
was
cilantro
deluxe.
chicken wontons.
One
All
time.
right, there's cilantro
That's it.
chicken wontons. Grady introduced these to me during our Mexican fiesta. What the heck? What was
What were we
that?
doing?
Cinco de Mayo?
See, we were deep frying them.
No, that was Thanksgiving. He brought. That's right. He brought these at Thanksgiving one year, and we thought they were absolutely fantastic. So we are going to be checking those out. Stop. With your
But
stuff.
with the
Grady,
tempura.
what we're going to do is we're going to focus for a few minutes. We promised everybody that we were going to focus. So what we're going to do is we're going to sit for just a second.
We're gonna focus. We're gonna focus. Everyone
If you
gonna
need
focus.
Tempranillo or tempura, then head on over there. But we need to be serious for just a couple of minutes because we are talking about Tempranillo. Tempranillo, obviously a staple in my pack. That was for you, Jimmy.
Oh, good. John Huddock said he couldn't take Grady seriously until he was sitting down.
Exactly.
Obviously, I'm not the most serious person.
But this is where we'll take our mask off and we're
Fine.
going to talk
We'll be
about some
serious.
things that are very important. So I'm going to pass you a little bit of wine.
Thank you.
For
because
those of you that know, the only orange label that I have is my Tempranillo
right
label.
now,
This is Tempranillo Lot 3. The reason why it was called Lot 3 is because we blended 3 separate vintages into
Six.
this one.
Six.
Six. When it goes 6. So 3 equals 6.
yep, 2 every time.
You know,
Lot 1 had 2. Lot 2 had 4. Lot 3 had 6.
still getting used to that new math. I grew up before the whole new math thing. But this is a Tempranillo Lot 3. It's our Solera style because Solera is very popular with ports, Madeiras, and sherries. Portugal's right there next to Spain, and Spain and Portugal share a lot of wine enthusiasm together, so they both do a lot of Soleras. So where you're going to be holding wine back and blending vintage on top of vintage is what we're talking about today. So the Lot 3, we put in, that'd be 06, 07 for Lot 1.
Right?
08, 09 for Lot 2.
Correct.
Getting dark and intense. 6, 7 years in the barrel. Intensity. Because in Spain, you have Crianza, which is a baby wine under 2 years, barrel age, bottle age. Then your Reservas are in the 4-year range, and Grand Reservas are in the 6 to 8. I was trying to make a Grand Reserva Solera, and I did. Absolutely fantastic. But in 2010 and 11, it was a very cold year, and we're going to be talking about this more about our hot year that we're having this year. 2010 and 11, very cold years. Grapes ripened late, maybe didn't ripen all the way, and so this wine had a little more structure and acid, and it wasn't quite as dark and intense as Lot 2. But here's what's crazy. This might be the best wine out of the whole dang lot. I haven't had this wine personally for probably 2 or 3 years. This is the Lot 3. I know that the Bushes, if you're watching in San Francisco, not in Urnville, I'm keeping my fingers crossed for your house. You've had it all because you bought it all. Thank you so much. Appreciate that. But
The Lilies might have a 3 tucked around somewhere, I think. Smooth? Smooth as silk.
the Lilies have probably 4 or 5 cases of all of our vintages of everything that I've done. So I'm quite confident that they've got this. And if you're online and checking things out, holy cow, this wine is now in its own. This was a more lean, more European style wine, and it was a little more intense versus the silky seduction of Lot 1 and Lot 2 with their dark plums and stewed prunes and stuff like that.
So when you
Stunning.
said European style, basically it just needed
Well-
some bottle
Well,
conditioning.
bottle conditioning. I use conditioner in my hair, but I would never put it in my bottle.
I don't believe that.
I know. You would think this luscious head of hair would never need some conditioner,
No,
but I'll
it's
put
like
that in.
perfect every
I'll
day.
put that in. But bottle aging is what my brother was trying to talk about. Bottle aging is also fantastic. But this wine, I was never sure it was going to get to the deep and dark flavors of Lot 2 or
Or
Lot
4, because it seemed like it kind of skipped a generation.
Well, it was just intense and
Right.
a much higher acid. You have higher acids when you have cooler temperatures, lower fruit flavors, higher acids. That's okay. That's what Mother Nature is giving you.
Sure.
And so it was a little more up there and elevated. Holy mackerel! If anybody's got a Lot 3, I'm
Crack
telling you
it,
right now,
baby.
it's,
It
it's
is
drinking
stunning.
fantastic. But I also believe it has got a long way to go. Where Lot 2, being a little richer and more full-bodied, you know, and having
gave it
wines
up
that were
early.
already 16, well, didn't give it up early. They're 17 years old.
Right.
I started with 06.
Right.
So the wines were, 6 and 7 years in the barrel, and then we bottle aged it for 4 years after that. So those guys, not that it was early or late, it's just that they how many more years can you ask
Can
out
you
of those
go?
things?
No, and you had to baby those barrels for all that time. That's the hard part.
I want to tell you that John Pincus says that he has a bottle of lots 2, 3, 4, and 5
Oh my
left,
God.
and he's keeping them for a vertical tasting, which I said
Hell.
we'll be right over.
Yeah,
John,
But,
I think we need to make a trip up the coast.
right. And Erin Lilly says she has everything but lot 1.
Lot 1 was a 50
Yeah,
case
it's like
run.
45 cases, maybe 45.
45
50 is being
Actually,
super generous.
it was just 2 barrels.
Yeah.
And so that would have been,
Wow.
if the barrels were completely full, we didn't filter them and stuff, that would have been 50 cases. So about 45 cases sounds
Damn.
correct.
Damn.
Gosh darn it. Absolutely fantastic. For those of you that still have these wines, I'm so excited for you because this wine is tasting fantastic right now. If you
It's
close
stunning.
your eyes and you pretend you're somewhere in the Rioja or even down south, this is what you'd be drinking. God, chocolates, figs,
Chocolate,
strawberries,
fig.
cherries, dark, intense, rich. But those high acids from the 2010 and 11 from the cooler climate year are now relaxing. And now that they've relaxed, they're allowing all these other darker, rich flavors to go. But the higher acid wines do age longer. So the Lot 2 might be a little more flabby and uninteresting. Haven't had that for a while. Anybody's had that recently, let me know.
There's a delightful
I can
lingering.
sit and talk about this forever.
Oh yeah, it lingers.
Yeah.
It hangs in there. It just keeps giving. It does not stop.
I had it with some of those little cilantro things.
Were they
It
crazy?
was fine. It was fine. Ate it with the cilantro.
All right, I gotta try it with the cilantro thing.
Cilantro and some.
Because obviously tapas is what it's built for. It's built for those fun, spicy.
Well, I don't think they would have
interesting-
done this technically in Spain.
No,
they
no,
might have
that.
done the shrimp. Tapas in Spain here, but yes, it's a tapas wine. But no, I'm gonna disagree. No one's drinking the Tempranillo. Not a Reserva for their tapas. They're having sangrias and they're just relaxing and having fun. They're having a little bit of the jamon. They're having a little bit of cheese. No, the Tempranillo is when you move to dinner because it's much more complex and more intense. Speaking of which, here we go. The deal is, do we do this deal first? This deal or that deal?
I think we should continue on with it. Since we're a Tempranillo kind of.
All right, I'm gonna skip ahead because the reason why we opened the Tempranillo tonight is because I'm bottling Tempranillo on Monday.
We didn't mention that, did we?
So here's the deal, all my Tempranillo fans. Oh my God, Brad, when's the Tempranillo coming back? And I'm like, I don't know, it's years away, And so that made me go and taste my Tempranillo barrels. And it was fantastic. It was absolutely delicious. My intent was to start over with the whole new Solera style. So we went from lot 1 to lot 5, where we had over 16 vintages of wine in the final blend, which would have been the lot 5. 16, 5, 10,
10-ish.
10.
10.
No, 2 in the first.
2.
2 was not 1.
10.
10.
But
We-
60, you're thinking years.
We
You're
ended it
thinking
in
years
16.
the barrel.
There we go. Man, we ended it in 16. Anyway, so 10 lots. What does this say? Can you help me out here?
So that's lot 3.
Because you wrote these.
I
What
did.
What does this say? What does it say for lots?
All right, so each
Well,
year
he's
was
well,
2.
he's
So
reading
3
that.
had 6 vintages.
There we go.
4 had 8. 5 had 10.
There we go. Been corrected, and I'm okay with it. Anyway, long story short, am I going to do these Soleras again? I do want to do the Solera again. I think
I
it's
would love for
absolutely
you to if
fantastic.
you did.
But here's what I've decided. The 2017 vintage of my Tempranillo is absolutely fantastic, and it deserves to be a vintage wine. So I'm bottling Tempranillo on Monday, and it's going to be a vintage Tempranillo for the first time
Our first
ever.
vintage, 17.
There's where I got my 16 years. So in
See?
16 years, for the first time in 16 years, I'm bottling a
First time
a
for
vintage.
vintage. Yep.
a vintage Tempranillo. So if you can handle that fact, what we're going to do is, I can tell you right now, it's absolutely fantastic, and we're bottling it on Tuesday or Wednesday. If you want to pre-order that, you can, and we're running a little deal for you right now. It's $49 a bottle, and if you order 6 bottles or more, we're going to give you an extra 5% off. So for you big club members, it's basically free. It's slightly less free for the mid-range club members, and for the 3-bottle club members, it's less than what you would pay for something at Trader Joe's. So I would suggest ordering it now. We're going to put 15 of the 120 cases up for that. We are not going to sell more than 15 at that discount. So if you guys would like to be the first persons to enjoy my Tempranillo, we're going to bottle it on Monday or Tuesday.
And when do you think it might be ready, homie?
I will not let you have it for at least a month and a half.
It's got to
And-
calm down.
But here's the reason why. There's some friends, they might be watching tonight. When we gave you well, you guys
The
bought
messenger.
it as futures,
The
the
future-
futures
16.
messenger. I gave it to you, and a week later, you were supposed to keep that for a year in your cellar, and then a week later, you came back and bought 6 more. I know the wine's good, but you got to give it a minute or two. So there's
I
a,
gotta
I'm
chill
done with being serious. There's the deal.
All right.
You want to have some Tempranillo, and you want it next month.
Extra 5% off if you
Yep.
order 6 bottles or more.
And you
And I'll be here for
also,
it.
and if you ordered 15 bottles or more, we'll throw in 2 Sham Wows.
What?
You can get 2 Sham Wows. Grady loves them as he's scrubbing down his car.
I'm not giving up my Sham Wows.
I know.
dude.
Oh, we only have 2 Sham Wows to give up because Grady bought them back in the Sham Wow days. But anyway, there's the
love my
end of the
ShamWows.
serious note. The
Best things
Tempranillo is
Clean the
on
car
its
so
way back.
beautiful.
It's absolutely fantastic.
But if you order 15 bottles, I will throw something in, but it will not be my Sham Wows. It will be something.
All right.
God knows
I'm
what
gonna
it will be.
actually I can read right now.
But it will
What
be
if I
something.
bought 400 bottles, Grady? Could I have your Sham Wow?
Okay. If you bought more than the entire run,
No,
Then
400 bottles
yes.
is not.
yeah, if they
That
bought more
sounds
than the
pretty good.
entire run, I will put something really special. Maybe one of my original Star Wars action figures in the box.
Whoa.
What?
Whoa.
If you buy the entire lot tonight,
Wow.
Okay,
The
Liz
entire
Osborne
lot.
wants her 6 bottles. Liz Osborne
Thank you,
says,
Liz.
"Give me 6."
Oh my God! Here's the
I don't
deal.
want to give up R2. I've had him
Liz.
since I was 1977. I've had him
Liz.
for years.
I'm telling you, I would not be on here today wearing my hat that is a replica of the
Of the
orange
label. It
label.
actually kind of looks perfect.
Here's the deal. It is so fantastic, and I'm so excited.
I'm excited for it.
My
It's been a long
the
time.
17 Tempranillo is just killing it. It's
Uh-huh.
awesome, and it's a good time to throw a vintage out. Maybe I'll hold off and start a Solera for 18 and 19.
Sure.
I don't know, but
It
if the
depends on
wines
how
are,
the grapes
I
come in.
know, it depends on what I'm feeling like. So,
And you know, dude, with the fires, maybe we'll
I'll-
get a fire sale. and
I'll-
get a bunch of grapes for nothing.
Too many crickets. A real fire sale. There you go.
Ouch.
All right, that's
Too soon.
I
Way
would
too soon.
say
Way too soon.
It was too soon in the last 5 years. Too soon.
I'm afraid I'm gonna lose my house tonight. 'cause
Holy cow.
I've pissed off the fire gods.
No.
Wow. That is absolutely delicious. So you're Lot 3, if you still got it, is
Drink
tasting
it, kids.
fantastic. No kidding.
Did you put a cork in that?
I did, because we're going to move on to other things. We got to talk about some other stuff.
Just a little more.
No.
Thanks, Brad.
All right.
Best brother ever.
He's right. It is tasting fantastic. And you should
That
drink
nose. Ah, leather.
it.
chocolate
It's been open.
figs.
It's been open for about a half an hour now.
And
or
it's
so,
really
and
starting to crank now.
doing great.
John
Oh,
Huddick
well,
is asking a
while
quick
we're at it.
question.
John Huddick.
Hey, John.
He's asking, how long will it need to be in the cellar? Now, if you're releasing this Tempranillo, the new single vintage Tempranillo, let's just say in a few months,
Yep.
would you say it's drinkable right at the time of purchase, or would you say it needs to be cellared for a bit?
All right. This question. All right. The wine was so delicious that I decided not to make a Solera out of it. That it could stand up on its own and everything be fantastic. As a bigger, bolder red wine, it's going to need a little bit of time to come together. A little bit of time may mean 6 weeks. It might mean 3 months. The way it tastes right now in our soft bottling procedures, probably be pretty good within the next couple of months. But based on the fact that this was 2006, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and what year are we in?
20, unfortunately.
Let's hope it tastes good, because I released this and it was delicious. I would never show you a wine that wasn't, and it was drinkable then, but much more, I mean, just so amazing
Oh,
now.
stunning.
So as I
Stunning.
dance around the maypole, not telling you exactly what you want to know, I'm going to say that if you buy futures of this now, in 2037 will be probably the perfect year to enjoy this. And if you took it up in one of your Harriers and did some loops, and then you zoomed around backwards to make the earth turn back, then you'd probably get a little earlier. No, I'm just teasing. Tempranillos are big, bold wines. It'll probably be fantastic for 4 or 5 years after it. This one happens to be peaking at 10 years. That's a guess, because some were 2006s, 7s, 8s,
Right.
9s, and 10s, and we're in 2020. So somewhere in that area, this wine to me is absolutely peaking. But I always go back to, you be the judge. Do you like your wines a little younger and fruity?
Sure.
Not quite as much structure and backbone. Or would you like your wine to be a little more austere and minerally, and let that fruit relax a little bit, and then you have a little more subtlety and nuance, because as the big bold fruit wanes a little bit, it ends up being a little more complex. So those are the things. If you want it a little more intense, drink it earlier. If you want it a little more relaxed, drink it later.
Oh.
And then
Oh.
I've got a lot more things. I got to go through a whole lot of things. We're getting
One
close
quick
to the
thing.
end of time.
One quick thing. Drink one when you get it. Wait a year for the next. Then you'll know.
Or
Or order more.
drink one when you get it.
Drink them all and order more.
And if you like it, drink it all up. And then, oh, look, there's the Mercurial right behind us.
Right. What? There it is.
Or drink it, like it, drink it up, order more, save it. Split it up.
Drink
in
it,
different
save it,
areas.
whack it.
Yes, just like Carol Baskin. We've got so many more things
We
to
have a
talk
couple
about,
more things, yes.
that before we get done.
do you wanna
Okay,
hit?
we have had record-breaking heat out here.
Mm-hmm.
People are asking, how are the vineyards and the grapes tasting? We have had smoke in some areas. We have heat. We've had moisture. Oh, we even
Yeah.
had some rain in a weirdest time of year. So all
Very
sorts of
odd.
crazy things are happening. So when you have record-breaking heat at this time of year, you want to leave your canopy full so that the grapes don't get sunburned.
Mm-hmm.
But then if you have heat and moisture, you've got to raise the canopy so that the wind
Don't
can come
get
through,
all
so you don't get rot.
moldy. Yeah.
So we've got farmers that are leaving their canopies on. We've got farmers that are raising their canopies so that the wind can come through. And then we've got farmers that are worried about smoke. So for us here in Alexander Valley, and from what I could see, Dry Creek Valley, all the smoke is going south. So we're not getting smoke taint. So at this exact moment for Alexander Valley and Dry Creek Valley, and a good portion of Mendocino, because their fires haven't even started yet.
Right.
We've got that going on, and the grapes are okay. Everybody is watering to slow it down, because with this heat, it's speeding things up. And to me, this is going like 2015, where it got very hot earlier. Actually, on this day in 2015, we brought in our Chardonnay and our Cabernet.
Wow.
And as all of you
Wow.
guys know, my 2015 Cabernet is an intense, more American wine versus my classic European style. And
Yeah,
Freddie's
Freddie.
back here looking for snacks. He
Looking for
says,
snacks.
I don't want any fried food because, you know, I'm trying to watch my waistline. So
Aw,
here's a
what a good
nice
dad.
little piece. Come on, come on, come on. Give people some love and Fred.
There's Freddie.
There's our little piece.
What a good dog.
He says, boy, oh boy, it's been hard these last couple weeks. So for those of you in Alexander Valley proper, we are doing fun. In Dry Creek, mainly doing fun. Russian River has had smoke for the last, gosh dang it, since
Yeah,
Sunday.
yeah.
So the last 4 to 5 days.
It'll be very
And
interesting.
obviously the grapes are all still hanging. They started picking Chardonnay, or excuse me, champagne, sparkling wine grapes last week. So those got in before any smoke.
Right.
So there's a strong possibility that there's going to be some smoke, what people call smoke taint, in the wine. But if you all remember my 2008
Anderson
Mendocino
Valley.
Anderson
Oh my
Valley
God.
Pinot Noir had beautiful.
Stunning.
The smoke taint was beautiful.
It was so
added
stunning.
flavor, complexity.
Most interesting Pinot I've ever had in my life.
Yeah, and it gave us an absolutely fantastic wine. So just because grapes got smoky isn't necessarily a bad thing.
Right.
But who knows? Each year
You
is
don't know
different. We'll
until
see if this smoke is
barrel.
more smoky than the next. So that is what's going on. So at this moment, 98% of my grapes have had no smoke contact at this moment. So we are going to have smoke-free wines, but they were subjected to brutal heat last week.
Right.
Sort of brutal heat right now, but next week it's looking like we're going to cool off a little bit, and then that's going to bring our acids back in balance. Where the sugars are spiking right now, but the acids are low. Hopefully in the next 3 to 4 days, when we start getting some cool nights, the sugars will reduce, the acids will come up, and we will have wines that are more in balance. So that is super crazy. Don't forget. Oh gosh, dang, I got more fun things.
There's
happening.
so much to
Before you
talk
move
about.
on- Before you move on, Holly Cruder has a really great question. She wants to know if will thinner Pinot grapes absorb more smoke than other varietals because of their thinner
Okay,
skin?
just like
Great
my brother.
question.
Yes, it's a great question. Just like my brother Grady, who has very thin skin and has no time for my anecdotes or slashing amazing comedy. The thinner skins are going to absorb more smoke, and that is going to impart more smoke to the wine. So yes, a Pinot Noir would be more affected than a Syrah. A Syrah would be so a Syrah would be less affected, and then like a Cabernet or Cabernet Franc, Petite Syrah with those very thick skins will be even less affected for those smoky flavors. So Pinot Noir will be the most susceptible, and then let's go ahead and talk. There's a lot of white grape out there, so
Tons.
your Chardonnays, your Sauvignon Blancs, they're going to be
Pinot Gris.
very affected. And so Ferrari Carano, who coined a term Fumé Blanc, smoky white, we're going to have a Fumé Blanc year for all of
Maybe
our
the best ever.
stuff. So it might be exciting.
Could be.
Could be horrible. But here's the deal. Well, we won't know until we actually get it in.
Yeah.
But I do know that when I was harvesting my grapes from Anderson Valley in 2008, as I was processing them, they smelled like a forest fire. And that's not necessarily what you wanted in your wine. But if you all recall, it only got a year of barrel aging, because why am I going to add more smoke and toast to
Right.
something that's already smoky and toasty? And that ended up being one of my most successful wines that you guys snapped up in seconds. So I'm okay with the smoke if I end up getting it. We're just going to deal with it and figure it out as we go. Right now, my plan is to not have smoky wine.
It's a good plan. It's a good plan. We'll see where
Apparently,
it goes.
Mother Nature doesn't give a shit. I submitted my plans.
A darn. Mother Nature doesn't give a darn, face tube.
I don't care about any of this. I submitted my plans last week to her, and she'll tell me what's going on. What is this?
What is
Oh,
this?
yeah.
Turn
Why?
the other one around,
Why
turn
is
this
there?
around, turn it
Why is
around.
there a little teeny weeny?
Who would have a
Everybody's
little
seen.
guy?
Everybody's seen this.
You
This
know the
is-
big
this is great.
1,000.
The
Everybody loves the
1,000
1,000.
milliliter jugs are back in stock.
Finally, we got the glass.
My super mini jug I have given up on 100%.
It's coming from
So
Italy.
now
You
this
can't
is
do it.
my new super mini jug.
It's
with
sexy.
the awesome flip cap.
I
So
like
it's
it.
still a 500 milliliter
Yep.
bottle. Super cute. We've got a mock label on it right now, and next week we're going to be getting new labels, but we'll sell it to you with some other kind of label
We'll
on
put a
it.
label on
We will
it.
figure it out. But right now we have our jug wine back. We
Yes.
have it in a 1,000 milliliter jug. We have it in a 500 milliliter
It's
jug.
cute like this one. I
These
think
are
they make
great.
great
If
little
you're
friends.
local, you bring them back and you fill them up, and we'll give you a 12-cent discount or something like that. But
more
if
than
you
12 cents,
if you
I
get
promise.
them and you're on the East Coast, you're obviously not going to be filling them up again. Use them as wine or not
For
or
vinegar?
for vinegars.
Oh yeah, for
and all that
vinegars
kind
and
of stuff.
balsamics,
Yeah.
they're the best little jugs
Or
ever.
I always like saying, go to Costco, get your extra virgin olive oil,
Yeah.
the giant plastic bin,
Sure.
and then you pour it into here. And now you look like you're super sophisticated and cool.
And you throw some garlic in
And-
there. And you throw a big thing of
Oh,
rosemary.
now you're talking
How
about
yummy.
you're gonna make flavored.
You're going to
olive oil?
infuse your olive oil,
That
and it's
sounds
going to be
fantastic.
stunning. It's going to make everything better. Who doesn't like more garlic? You can never have
A little
enough garlic.
garlic, a little rosemary in your olive oil. That sounds fantastic.
Beautiful.
You can't do that in the plastic jug it comes in.
No.
No, the only way that's gonna work is if you buy some of this wine, drink it, and then put your olive oil in there.
It will
So,
not work in plastic. There's
and
some sort of chemical
Here's
reaction
the
that
deal.
ruins everything.
Recycling sucks. What you want to do is
Upcycle.
upcycle. Use the things you get
Reuse.
for something else. So go
Hell
out and
yes.
buy some stuff and then stick it in here. It'll be good for you.
In many different ways.
I said that at the ranch the other day.
At length.
I did.
Oh, what
Should
about?
we recap anything?
No, there's one more thing that I think we should talk about.
This is not a recap.
You've come up
this
with
is
another
more stuff.
crazy recipe, a crazy extra mushroomy beef stroganoff that Brad, with all of his Left Bank friends, next Thursday on the Jim Ricard Facebook, you've got to check out. They're doing wild, fun, mushroomy things. Because what's better than mushrooms? So Brad's got a crazy, extra, exciting stroganoff with more mushrooms than you can shake a stick at.
Yeah, we're focusing on mushrooms, but I wanted to do something with a little meat in there, of course. It's basically a mushroom stroganoff
Yum.
for a Left Bank event. And for those of you that are mad at me for not creating recipes each week during fires, floods, bottling, all that kind of stuff, I get
Sorry.
it. Hey, I should be able to handle it. I'm going to do it. But this is going to be our last recipe for probably about 6 weeks while we're going through harvest here. And
Brad has a lot of work
we're
to
going to
do.
produce the video. And here's the deal. If you guys want to do this, I'm telling you right now, you have to make your own creme fraiche. Don't just use sour cream. And then if you want to make your own creme fraiche, I haven't done a video for that yet, but it's very easy. You take some cultured buttermilk, you add a little bit of heavy whipping cream, put it into a 72-degree area in your home for a couple of days. You pull that out, you put it in the refrigerator for another couple of days, and bada boom, bada bing, you've made your own homemade sour cream. It's not going to curdle while you're making my
No,
beef
it will not.
stroganoff, and it's just absolutely fantastic, and you'll never go back to regular sour cream again.
Make your own.
It is so good.
Gosh darn it.
Holy cow. So yes, that's going on, and that's going to be on the 27th of August with Jim Ricard and
So
all
I'll
of our
try
other
and crank
Left Bank
that video out for you guys as soon as I can.
My
Absolutely.
intentions are to get it to you sometime between now and next Thursday.
Perfect. We'll have it out before. We'll have it right just
Grady,
in time.
what's in the jugs right now?
What is Brad's delicious jug? Basically, you've got Syrah, you've got Zin, but then Brad made a happy error. He thought he was putting Syrah in there, but he is actually putting in a barrel of his Reserve Cabernet.
Yeah, the 2017 Reserve Cabernet is in here as well.
Unbelievable.
That's why we raised the prices. We should top of the prices.
It's
So
$150.
a liter is $150, and then the half liter we've reduced all the way down to $97.99.
Damn, dude. That's amazing.
But if you buy 3, you can get it at $97.92. And it'll be fantastic. No, these things are
Still
ridiculously
same
inexpensive
price.
because it is your everyday drink.
$29.
It needs to be affordable. $29 and
What was the other?
19.
19, yes, 19.
there it is. And if it's not,
$19.
it is now. So we've got that going on. Holy
Yeah, I
cow.
think it's 19.
Can we get a recap in here?
There's so much to recap. We had so much going on today. This is one of the best shows ever. And thank you all for joining us, especially in these wild times.
For all of our friends that are evacuated and wondering if your homes are still there, our hearts are out for you. We've been through this so many dang times. Our homes have made it 3 times, so I'm hoping that your home did too. We absolutely, are thinking about you every moment of this
Every
time.
sleepless night.
So if you've been on a diet for the last 3 years like me, and you decide to go off the rails,
I think today
and
is
we
a great
went
time
fully
to go
off the rails. We went into crazy fried
Crazyville.
food, chips and salsas and all that kind of stuff. I know that made my soul a little happier. So if you need to be just a little happier, grab a bottle of Mercury wine, grab some potato chips. Oh my God, we were gonna do popcorn. Why didn't we make popcorn?
Too much.
Popcorn, the
Too
ultimate.
much.
The
Yeah,
popcorn
Danny
was
said
too
no.
much.
Danny said no.
You know,
Then he says, we're doing popcorn next week.
Damn
and we
straight.
don't care what's going on, Brad, dang it. So we'll just throw the popcorn out on our back deck and it'll just pop automatically. It's great. But anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. If you want to take advantage of those Temper Neo super awesome discounts, please give us a call.
shoot
If
me
you
an
want to
email,
buy
give me a call.
these 2 things, absolutely fantastic. Look how great this little guy fits
The
in
new
your
one
hand.
is so
It so cute.
It's just
not
adorable.
as cute as a mini jug, but it is
No, but
absolutely
it's
adorable.
darn cute.
And
I like
we're
it.
super excited about that. And we can get these shipped across the country now. We'll absolutely take care of you.
As soon as it's safe to do so.
Man, oh man, here's the deal. Don't come up to Wine Taste.
Give us a call.
We've got some situations. If you just need to pick up wine and you want to be possibly cut off from the rest of the world, once you get here, you still can pick up the wine.
But
Shoot
give
us
me a
an
call.
email
Let
so
me
we
know.
have your wine ready so we can run it out to you before the flames hit you.
Right to your car.
That would be nice as well. So please, we're not tasting this weekend. We just cannot
It's
bring
too
people
crazy.
up
I don't
here.
want.
So-
I don't want you up here being
so,
unsafe.
but you can absolutely make a run for the border, pick up some wine because the apocalypse horse hoofs are on the. I can hear them right now.
I can hear them right now. Actually, I
What
can
does
hear them.
galloping sound like?
It sounds like galloping.
Does it sound
Hey,
like?
no, it sounds like coconuts.
I was gonna think,
Coconut.
what's that one song? She'll be coming around the mountain when she comes.
Right, but that's more of a happy thing. That's like biscuits and gravy. She'll be coming round the mountain when she comes back, back. She'll be coming round the mountain when she comes back, back. That's a happy song.
She'll be coming around the mountain.
She'll be coming round the mountain.
She'll be coming around the mountain
When
when
she
she
comes.
comes. On that note, it's been a fantastic day.
Thanks, Mom, for raising us right.
That's right, she did. It's been absolutely fantastic. Thanks for sticking with us. We love you guys so much.
We do.
We appreciate all your
And I
support.
cannot wait to see you
And
when
then
it's safe to
I
do
can't
so.
wait when all of our friends and family can finally get back together.
Yep.
So stay safe. Keep a stiff.
Keep a stiff whatever, Brad.
You
Good
can
God.
keep, you can keep anything stiff that you want, but I was thinking a stiff
Upper lip.
for all of our
Thank you.
British people that were out there, because I know that it looks like right now we have 17 people from Great Britain. Hello, Great Britain. Keep your lip stiff as you go. All right, I'm out.
All right.
Take care, guys.
I think we
Shut
should
this
probably
thing
turn this
down.
off because
Oh my
now
God.
it's getting a little cray-cray.
All right, thanks,
Thank
guys.
you, guys.
Oh my God, look at that mozzarella
What fun.
stick. I
Good
want another
time.
mozzarella stick. All I see is tempura.
All I see is tempura. Mmm.